Rob, it's June.
It is June.
Let's talk about last year.
The perfect time for Game of the Year.
So we're doing this thing that you made us do.
Yes, I make you do it every year. We're just extra late this year.
But this time, we're gonna settle on one single list of 10.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. We're gonna discuss whatever games we played last year. Or this year. Whatever games that came out in 2016.
We didn't get to them until
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Like if we were just playing a game in 2016 and then the clock ticked over, it's like, we're done!
Oh, now I can't finish this.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the reason it took us this long is because we both wanted to finish some of the games.
Yeah, and we still didn't. didn't.
No, we did not.
There's
but there were some games I was playing that I was like, this isn't making the list, so it's fine.
There's some games on here. There's like 3 games on here that I didn't take off the list, but I didn't get to play. But you might want to put on the list, so I just put a series of question marks behind them.
Did I play them?
Maybe. We'll find out together.
This seems like a flawed system.
No. All of our stuff is strictly scientific method, just top to bottom.
No Man's Sky. Okay, let's talk about No Man's Sky.
Alright, you were really big on No Man's Sky for like a couple weeks, I remember.
Yeah, I really, really did enjoy that game, but also, after we did that quick look, I really never went back to it. Mm-hmm. Not quick look, one shot. We don't do quick looks. We're stealing that.
We're Game Grumps, not Giant Bomb.
Yeah, I think No Man's Sky is a really great game, and the coverage of that game just killed it.
Yeah. Do you feel it was the coverage of the game or the game itself?
I think it's a really solid game. I do think it's really good. The problem is they overpromise with it.
Yeah.
And I do think there are better games that do what it does, but I still think it's a solid game.
I feel like No Man's Sky's place in history is going to be like a really good teaching tool.
Yeah.
In terms of marketing a game and utilizing technology to compensate for a small staff. It's a weird case of like, this is also one of the first times that one of the big publishers really, really super backed a little indie darling, you know?
Yeah. And that's the problem, because it backfired on them.
Yeah.
And this is gonna hurt PlayStation and indie games in the future, because they probably won't do that again anytime soon. Like, I feel like the problem with No Man's Sky is, like, they should have said anything about it. They should have done that first trailer at E3 that blew everyone's mind, and just kept it under the radar. Like, the reason it blew everyone's mind was because nobody was expecting it.
Yeah.
It was a great trailer, but it was amplified by the fact that it was such... like, nobody knew anything about it.
Yeah. Well, plus it never... People have kept going back to that trailer, and, like, I don't... At least as far as I know, they've never gotten to the point where the game itself lives up to what's in the trailer.
There's stuff in that trailer that is not in the game. Also, that Hello Games, like, after that, the studio flooded, and they lost almost everything, and they had to rebuild the game from the ground up. So that's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. That doesn't excuse it. Like, that trailer is still on Steam.
Oh.
And, like that caused a bunch of issues in Steam. Like, they rewrote the rules of, like, what can be in a trailer because of it. Like, this game broke a lot of things.
Yeah. Was it No Man's Sky, or was it more, like Mortal Kombat and Batman that caused Steam to start their refund policy?
I think it was this, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Mortal Kombat and Batman didn't help. I think Mortal Kombat was like...
Oh, they were like the first big case of, we can return stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
That was the first one to get majorly refunded, but this was the one that caused it, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I think, like, it's a shame that this game is going to go down in history as the game that teaches people about, like, not overpromising and stuff like that, when it's actually a very good game.
Yeah. That
should never have been overpromised in the first place.
Yeah, like, I feel like, I haven't played it, but I feel like if I have, or if I do, I could probably get into it, because, I mean, if you're a kind of person that likes grinding away in MMOs or something, then the fact that you're going around scavenging for resources all the time, like, there's something there for you.
Yeah.
Like, or if, like, you're big into Minecraft, but you realize how stupid Minecraft is, because it's not in space, you don't have lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, here we go.
Yeah.
I would be interested to see what this game looks like now, because they've been adding... Like, they've been adding, like, bases and vehicles and stuff, and tweaking planets and stuff, and, like, are there more variables in there now?
Yeah, I think there's base building now. Yeah. I haven't checked that out. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to make the top 10, but...
No.
Definitely not.
So I want to call out a game that I'm pretty sure shouldn't be in the top 10, but it's the only new fighting game I played last year that could be a contender for a list like this.
Okay.
and you played it too, at least once. Nitro Plus Blaster's Heroin Infinite Duel.
Okay.
This is like one of those 2D anime fighter. We did a one-shot on it. This is the one where I believe our last match, I picked like this just innocuous-looking like little schoolgirl.
Yes.
Who had like these like sludge powers from the depths of hell.
Yeah.
And, like her stage was all like this white thing covered in gore. And, like, her win animation was like, oh, she kneels down next to the opponent's body and just reaches into them, and you hear a squishing sound. But at the same time, if you want something a little less traumatizing than that, you can pick, what's her name? I forget their mascot character's name, but she's just, like, throws cats at you, and that's her attack. Anytime you do, like, a super or whatever, like, there's a girl with a gun. That's all, she just has a gun.
Yeah.
And if you do her super, she jumps off the screen, and then a target reticle appears on the screen, and, like, it cuts to, like, an anime cutscene of that girl lying down with a sniper rifle, and then she shoots, and then, like, it cracks the screen and hits the opponent character.
Yeah.
It's just crazy and weird. Like, there have been better anime fighters, but, like, at least for the ones that I played that came out last year, that was just... awesome.
I can't think of a crazier anime fighter. Yeah.
Super Sonico, that's the character.
Yes.
So she is like the mascot character for this company or whatever. She's in the game. Her special move is she calls her band to come play in the background. And as they play, they're tossing buffs out. Either opponent could consume them and get like increases to their strength.
That's
and stuff.
awesome.
And they stay for a long time. They keep playing.
I didn't know that came out last year.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, like that's not. It doesn't strike me as like a top 10 kind of game, but
Yeah.
it's definitely worth mentioning because
Yeah.
like that's one of those where like not a lot of people play those games,
Yeah.
so it definitely deserves
Yeah.
recognition.
Not a lot of people play fighting games. Even less people play the crazy anime fighting games.
Apparently, if you want that, you should live in Florida because that's where.
What?
Did you not know this?
No.
There's some like anime fighting game tournament that's always held in Florida.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Alright, I have to find this out. There was just a fighting game tournament I was watching like before I came over here. Combo Breaker. It was last week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It took you a week to get here?
I was watching the archives of it on Twitch.
My God, do you need any food or water?
Okay, anyway.
I haven't used the bathroom in 7 days.
And the next game I have that didn't make my top 10 might be a little controversial.
Uh-huh.
Because I think it's in your top 10.
Is it?
Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE.
I did put that in there.
Okay.
Now so this is, because we make up 30% of the player base for this game.
Yeah.
So this is a
JRPG.
JRPG by Atlas. This is basically them saying like, hey, we're working on Persona 5.
This is
Please.
them apologizing for Persona 5.
It's
being
coming, I
delayed.
swear. It's coming. Here, play this, though.
Yeah.
Hold yourselves over. And it was exclusive to the Wii U. I hope to God it comes to the Switch so other people will play it.
Yeah.
It's a Shinigami Tensei cross Fire
Fire
Emblem game. It's the one that mushes those worlds together. I would say with the style and tone of a Persona game.
Yes.
Because it's very like your high school students in like a big, bright, poppy world. All of the fights are like performance based and they have lots to do with music and there's lots of visual spectacle. The visual spectacle in that game during the fights is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And
Just the visual spectacle of the world, just walking around is incredible. Like everyone in the background is just like a faceless pink mannequin.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The
Yeah.
game looks amazing.
it does.
Yep.
And it's your typical Atlas JRPG where it's very long. There's a mid-boss that will like come into your home and kill your family.
I found it a bit tedious,
Yes.
and I found the puzzles a bit unforgiving.
Now,
So I put it down, and I never finished it.
did you make it through the first dungeon?
No.
Okay. Was it the clothing
It was
elevators?
the clothing, and I was like, "Fuck this! This is bullshit."
Yeah, I didn't like that either. That was the weak one. That was the weakest
Yeah.
one.
To be fair, if Persona 5 wasn't called Persona 5, I would have put that down too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was disappointed with that.
Okay. We'll talk about that in a year.
We'll talk about that next year.
I still have to play that again.
I'm only on my third playthrough.
Well, I only did it once.
Okay.
But yeah, so it doesn't have to be on this list, but I think it was good enough. It was something I never expected to come
Yeah.
on a Nintendo console specifically.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, this it's a good game, and it was surprising. I'm just finding myself less and less patient for long games. Yeah,
Really? Is it because that's all we record anymore?
that could be it.
Well, you know what? Soon we'll do our full LP of Tokyo Mirage Session.
Like this, and this is just my personal top 10. So like, if you want to argue for something, or you would rather have something else on, just
Yeah.
let me know. So like, this can change. All right.
Are we at the top 10
now?
yet?
Now we're at my top 10. Yeah,
All right.
I put Let It Die. Is in my top 10.
Oh, that's the Suda game
The Suda 51
with Uncle Death.
roguelike, yeah, Uncle Death, Tower Climber. This game's in a lot of genres. This game is awesome.
Now, did you stick with this game?
No, but at the time I wrote this list, I was playing it, and I still think it belongs in this list.
Would you play it again?
Yes.
Hmm.
What do you think should be above this?
I don't know. What about Firewatch?
Firewatch is also on my list.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there we go. We got Firewatch, which, as walking simulators go, I felt like this one had a ton of heart without inspiring like loneliness.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
because usually with things like Gone Home or whatever, it's like there's this heaviness in the air.
Yeah.
But with Firewatch, maybe it's just because it's out in nature in the summer, so like there's lots of warm lighting. You look down and your guy's wearing shorts. You can't have emotional trauma in shorts.
Yeah. Then you look up and somebody punches you in the back of the head. You're like, what's going on?
That's just to steal your radio.
Firewatch is great.
Yeah, like that's
Firewatch belongs on the top 10. Nobody's arguing against
Firewatch is like an excellent thing to point at when somebody says like oh how good can the character writing and dialogue in a game be?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I fully believed those two characters.
Yeah, and like it's the writing was great, the voice acting was excellent, and the chemistry between them carries so much of the game.
Yeah. How about we put Tokyo Mirage Sessions over Let It Die?
Oh, you want that on the list?
Why not?
Okay.
Like you don't seem to want Let It Die on the list.
I didn't play it. I can't speak for how good it is, but it sounds like you played it about as much as you did No Man's Sky.
That's true. You seem to really like Tokyo Mirage Sessions. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I finished it, so I'm like, I better have liked it.
Okay.
Rob, I played a little bit of Inside.
You did?
I did. I didn't get very far because I'm not smart. I'm just not good at platformers.
Okay.
I'm still fairly close to the beginning, I have to think. I'm within, like, at the first half hour.
Why don't we come back to Inside?
Okay.
Because that's definitely in my top 10. I think that should be like top 3.
Okay.
I have Headlander on this list. You know what that game is?
Is that the thing where you're a robot head that lands on other things
Yes.
and then you drive those bodies around?
Yes.
What kind of Metroidvania is it?
It's a Metroidvania.
All
It's by Double Fine.
Oh, I thought this was an Adult Swim game.
It's published by Adult Swim.
Oh, okay.
But it's made by Double Fine. You love those guys. They made Psychonauts.
Oh.
Headlander is awesome.
Yeah.
It's like this weird... I said that about Psychonauts.
Yeah.
It's like this weird...
Stop lying.
It's like this weird alt-70s future.
Mm-hmm.
The robots are like way bigger than they need to be. Everything's sleek.
Mm-hmm.
It has a great sense of humor. But all Double Fine games.
What kind of sense of humor?
It's like... I can't think of any jokes off the top of my head.
Great.
It's really good.
Nope, it's off the list.
Alright, what should take its place?
How about Shantae the Half Genie Hero?
Shantae's also on my list.
Okay, let's talk about Shantae.
But we need some to replace Headlander.
I don't
We
know.
can't just have a top 9. Let's put some in there for now.
Alright, keep Headlander then.
All right,
Keep it
fine.
now. Keep it for now.
Alright, let's talk about Shantae.
Talk about Shantae.
Shantae's a Metroidvania.
She's back! Oh god, she is!
And this was my number 1 Metroidvania of the year. We found
Okay.
it. High
Yay,
five.
we did it. This is like, talk about a dramatic step forward for a series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought...
Why?
'cause
Why?
I don't know. I still think Pirate's Curse and Risky's Revenge are better.
What, in terms of gameplay or
Game... Story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a weird thing to complain about in a series like this. But like I don't know, it just felt like they were just like we got the backer goal with the rival genie hero. Let's make a level about her, and it's like okay, she's gonna show up in this one level and then never again. And like we got a level about Whiskey Boots. Let's make not Whiskey, Roddy Tops. Let's make a level about her and then have her never show up again. It was just it kind of felt weird, you know. Like
I guess
every level felt like its own world. It kind of felt like I was playing a Super Mario game and not a Shantae game.
Isn't that one of the big differences in this game is that it's not a connect. Like you can't walk out of town and into a field and then into the next. Like you got on your giant bird Sky. No, that's the girl. Wrench. Wait.
I don't even remember anymore because you've gotten it wrong so many times.
Wait, so the bird should be named Sky because it's a bird and flies in the sky.
No, the bird is Wrench.
And no, the girl should be named Wrench because she owns a bird.
The bird is Wrench.
Anyway, you get on this fucking bird and then you just kind of like zip over to like the different islands or whatever. I don't know, I just really like it.
No, it's a fantastic
It's a great
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I don't think it's as good as the others, but it's good.
I don't know.
Okay.
You're crazy.
Okay.
I love the way it looks now too. Like graphically.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like,
it's a beautiful game.
I will say my least favorite thing about it, like one of the things she transforms into at one point is a flea or something.
Oh, the mouse, and you have to go.
Was
through,
that a mouse?
I think so. Yeah.
For the little maze
cracks.
things. Yeah, that was stupid. That was terrible.
Those
I hated
puzzles
it.
were hard.
And also, one of the cool things about Shantae turning into stuff is it turns into a Shantae version of that stuff.
Yes.
She just turned into a pixel.
Maybe she was a Shantae version of a pixel.
They should have had like some weird magnifying glass pop up so we could see. But yeah, no, that was like I'm terrible at platformers, and I played this game, and it was great.
Yes,
I loved it. I didn't finish it because I got to the haunted house part where they started only showing you like a section of the level at a time.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I can't. I just can't. Eventually, we'll play it, and then I'll make you do that, and then I'll see how the game ends. It's just like it's one of the few times a platformer connects with me with like its cast and its world, and it's like just goofiness and fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like I don't care that like Roddy and her weirdos show up once and then disappear. I'm just glad they stopped by, you know?
I guess that's true. Yeah, okay.
Good old Olivia. Olivia P. Tops.
That's not her name.
That's her name. The bird is Sky.
How about we put Nitro Plus Blasters on the list instead of Headlander?
Okay. I have a game that deserves to be on this list that you did not play.
Okay.
It was Pokemon Moon. So you played X or Y or something, right?
Yes.
X and Y were basically the trial run for a lot of stuff. Where it's like, all right, we're going to take things in modern games and put them into Pokemon, but we don't really know how, and it wasn't built for this, we're going to jam it in there anyway. Sun and Moon, they built it from the ground up with this stuff in mind, and it's a much better experience. And it tells a much better story. It introduces a whole bunch of characters that I instantly like better than anyone in the Pokemon universe. And it's like everything advanced in this. Like the sense of humor was better and actually funny at times. The area you're going around in, the region of the world, was fantastic. It's like it's based on Hawaii. They replace gym battles with I forget what they call them, but like they're like the chiefs of these villages or whatever.
Okay.
But like there's things from past games that just aren't in this game anymore, like HMs or something for move.
Oh, okay, like
moves.
HMs and TMs?
Yeah, like TMs are still there, I think. HMs are not. Things like Fly are not in the game because like you get certain Pokemon there just like for transportation.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's the whole thing, like you want to fly somewhere, you like call your Charizard. There's an animation of Charizard swoops down, you jump on its back and ride it away, and then it drops you off.
Why would you need to teach Charizard how to fly?
Yeah. But like there's people, again, because you're in Hawaii, there's people from other games showing up. Somebody who's vacationing there just gives you the TM for Fly. They're like, well, I mean, you can have this if you want. I don't need it anymore, I guess. I've never even heard of you not needing this. God.
That's really cool.
And like it ends with one of the side characters getting on a boat and going off to the region from the original game to start their own Pokemon journey. And
Nice.
like, I want the next game to follow you!
What if the next game is him and like his name, like, he says, like, maybe I'll change my name to Brock, or something like that. And it's a prequel.
It's been a prequel all along!
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a game that you should definitely get to at some point.
Okay.
It's really, really good. I hope that we actually get some kind of port of it to the Switch.
To something we can capture on.
Yeah, so we can play this game.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
I'm convinced. A game that should be on this list, Super Hot.
Super hot. Oh, is that the one
Super
where everybody's
hot.
red and everything else is white?
Yes.
And like every time you move, time moves.
Time moves. You stay still, time stays still.
Does it move in real time when you move, or
Yes.
is it okay?
Yeah. As long as you're moving, and you can walk slow, and time kind of moves slow.
Would that actually result in you being... So the idea is if I shoot at you and you're standing still, the bullet will be frozen in midair. But if you move, the bullet moves.
Yes.
So would this actually help you avoid it? Because it's still moving in real time in relation to you.
Well, the thing is, like, I could then step to the left or get out of its way.
Yeah, but you would still have to be able to move faster than a bullet.
I guess so.
This game's stupid. Off the lit now.
No, Super Hot's amazing. And it's a first-person shooter, but it's, like, really a puzzle game. Like, you have to get through, all the guns have very limited ammo, so, like, you can also throw the guns. And that leads to amazing moments where, like, I go into a room, I pick up a gun, it only has 2 bullets in it, so I shoot these 2 guys, I throw it at this third guy, then he drops his gun, I catch it out of midair, this guy has a sword, so I shoot him, I pick up his sword, I throw it at this guy, and then the round's over, and it just says Super Hot at the end, so it's like, it shows it to you in real time, and I look like a fucking ninja, and then it just says Super Hot, it's like, yes, this game's the best!
Can you do the Quicksilver thing, where a bullet's coming at you, and you just turn it around, and it flies the other way?
No, but you can cut bullets in half with swords.
Yay!
Yeah, and it's really cool.
You want to talk about Inside yet?
Okay, Inside is a freaking masterpiece.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
Can I spoil it?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you ever get Outside?
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
So you know that scene in the trailer where everybody's kind of like, they just like run up to like this window and they like look in.
Yes.
And then like it cuts and says inside. So it's like, what's inside? Like, God, even the trailers for this game are amazing.
Yeah.
So like you run and you're like in this office building with other people, and it's weird because like the entire game, the game's only like 5-6 hours long. The entire game, everything has killed you. Everything has killed you, and now you're there with other people, and like they're kind of like scared of you. And this is after like being inside this weird, freaky office building where like gravity has been changing, and like there's rooms with like water above you. So, like, you hit these weird jumps, and, like, you're in there, and there's water, and, like, there are corpses floating in the water, and it's disturbing. So, you go, and you see this, you look in this window, and it's like a water tank. So, you go in there, and, like, you go through, like, a series of pipes and stuff, and then it sucks you up, and you're in the tank, and it, like, rips your clothes off. And you go swimming up, and, like, there's just this giant orb of flesh.
Okay.
And it has, like, faces and limbs sticking out of it. And you kind of, like, swim up to it. And as soon as you touch it, it just sucks you in.
Okay.
And now you're this giant ball of flesh.
Sure.
And the last 20 minutes of that game is you rolling around and crushing everything.
Alright.
It's so weird, but it's great.
Huh.
Like, my jaw was on the floor for, like, 30 minutes, and there are still puzzles. Because, like, there's one where it's, like, you have to, like, get out this door, but there's a guy there that has to open the door. So, like, you have to, like, roll back, and he'll, like, open it, and if you get too close, he, like, freaks out and backs off, so you have to hold off, and he opens the door for you, and then you have to roll over, and then you have to, like, pick up a giant piece of wood to, like, make a ramp, but you have, like, 16 arms at this point, so you have to control. It's really hard to control, and eventually you roll outside, and you're outside now, and you see trees and the moon, and it's just, and then you stop moving, and it's presumed that you die there, laying there outside. But it's insane. I can't overestimate how cool it is.
Huh.
Going from being completely helpless to a literal ball of destruction. There are some theories that, like, if you look closely, like some people have said, like, the trees also look like they're, like, painted onto the background. So maybe this was also all a test. And there's another Easter egg in the middle of the cornfield. There's a secret door that you can open down there. I think you can only do it once you've beaten the game. And then there's a series of levers that if you pull in a certain order, you go in there and then you flip a switch and the boy just dies.
Oh.
And that's supposed to be like the true ending or something. And people are saying like that's what happens when you shut the blob off or something like that. So like the whole game that thing was calling to him.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know what it means. But it's so fucking cool.
I just think it's cool. Like, they made something that I think qualifies as a horror game.
Yeah.
Just because, like, you're this kid, you're alone, it's dark out, you're running for your life from everything that's trying to kill you. Most of it's through, like, the woods or, like, farmhouses and stuff. And then, like, surreal, grotesque things just start happening. And you just have to kind of do it and keep moving.
I love the, I don't know, like the Big Brother, like, oppressive horror stuff. Like, there's, like, parts where everyone's in line and there are like guards watching you and like you accidentally like fall into this weird pit and like you have to just march in line with these other people and if you miss a step they just shoot you.
Wow.
And like it goes on for a while and like you have to march on time with everyone else. And then like at one point they turn around and start marching backwards for a couple steps so you have to do that. It's so tense and there's like a spotlight on you, just you, because they know something's off. That game is just a masterpiece. So yeah, Inside.
Yeah, Inside.
Inside's really good.
It's inside our top 10.
Yes. Dark Souls 3.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought you didn't like that one as much.
No, I like that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not as good as Dark Souls 1, better than Dark Souls 2.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Two's the low point.
2 is the low point.
Did you ever play Demon's Souls?
I did not play Demon's Souls.
We played a little of Dark Souls 3.
We played a little bit of Dark Souls 3. We're not good enough to beat it.
It has a tree in it.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Yeah.
That tree's tough.
The great tree
The
something.
The Deku tree.
Yeah, that's it. That's what happens to the Dago tree after a couple years.
Yep, just a couple.
Just a few,
Just
yeah.
a couple.
That's what happens after it eats Link.
Link
becomes a Wendigo.
Link tried to link. Oh my god, that's why he linked the fire.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We did it!
Yeah, Dark Souls 3 is great.
Okay.
Yeah. It's, like I said, it's better than 1. It's not as good as 2. I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to talk about this, because I don't know anything about the lore. I don't know what the hell happens in that game. The game feels really, really good.
I was gonna say, does it feel like a good final installment of this franchise?
Yeah, it could be better. Like, I didn't play any of the DLC.
Yeah.
But I really, really enjoyed my time with it, and I was able to beat it, so I like that.
So if there was never a Dark Souls 4, would you be satisfied with ending on 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we have Bloodborne. Also, they're coming out with this game Code Vein.
What?
Which I think they're just publishing. I think FromSoft is just publishing. But it's like a weird anime vampire Dark Souls, and everyone's hot. And it looks so weird. There's blood everywhere. Everyone's covered in blood, and they're kind of sexy. I can't wait for it.
God.
Yeah. But yeah, Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to justify a Dark Souls game. They're great.
Yeah. Doom.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Doom is great.
Yeah.
They remade Doom and it's good for some reason. It's so shocking. I still can't believe it was good. And I played it and I beat it and it's amazing. And like that game is ridiculous because like the levels are so big and stupidly hard to find anything in, but I don't care because I'm running around and I'm punching demons in the face. I'm like, what is that? Is that a hell spawner? Awesome! And I run down there and I shoot it with my shotgun and like I'm just fighting everything and there's metal music playing and it's amazing. It's like a 3D Slaying. I love it. And then before I know it, like the level's over and it's awesome. And like there are these pickups that you can find. And, like, they all talk about how awesome you are. Like, it's a great sense of humor where everyone's just talking about, like, because they named the guy, what did they name him?
Doom Guy.
No, they named him...
The Doom Guy.
Doom Marine, I think, or something like that? Doom Slayer.
The Doom Slayer.
The Doom Slayer, yeah.
Nice.
And, like, you go to hell at one point.
Alright.
At multiple points actually, and like
Oh.
there are even like audio drops in hell, which is great.
Left them there.
And like there's like the King of Hell talking about like they thought it was a good idea to bring the Doomslayer down here, and I said, "What the hell were you thinking?" it's like everyone is just afraid of you. It's just great. It's so much fun. And that game just feels really good.
Nice. Anytime someone on a radio tries to tell him something important, he just punches the radio.
Yeah.
But then he found a bobblehead of himself and just patted it on the head.
Yeah. And actually, hold on. Oxenfree.
I considered that.
Why? No, it should be on the list.
I don't know.
I loved Oxenfree.
Oxenfree. That's the one. That's the one with like the weird time triangles and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That. I don't know. That was a game that like had a lot of promise and asked a lot of questions and then just kind of
Answered them all and promised me the world and gave it to me. This game was amazing.
I was gonna say, like, it didn't really answer all these questions.
What are you
It
talking
didn't
about?
really live up to its potential, I don't think. By the
Yes,
end.
it did.
No.
I loved Oxenfree.
Remember all the weird ghost stuff?
Oh yeah, the weird ship space ghost.
Remember, like, we never... Yeah. Like, it was one of those games where I feel like as we played it, we came up with better ideas than they did.
Yes.
Like,
But that final scene was so heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's a very good game.
It's a
you know.
great game.
It's pretty good. It's no Pokemon Moon, I'll tell you that.
My Pokemon Moon's on the list. What am I going to replace Oxenfree with?
I don't know. We can keep it there. That's fine.
Alright, great, fine. That'll be our number 10. Oxenfree belongs on this list.
Great. Well,
Fury. This is in my top 3. I love
Okay.
Fury. It's so good. It's a series of boss fights, which I just said it was the problem with Dark Souls 2.
yeah.
The thing is, these are good boss
It's
fights.
the Dark Souls 2 of video games.
These are good boss fights. Every one is different somehow. You play as this guy who's locked up in a space prison. And then a guy in a bunny hat comes over and tries to break you out.
Sure.
And then you have to kill your guard. And then after that, there's another guard. You have to kill a series of guards in this high security prison to get out. And you don't know why you're locked up here. You don't really know anything. It's just that they said that you were locked up here for everyone else's protection. They're essentially calling you a monster.
Yeah. And they give you have a very low amount of health to deal with.
Yeah.
All the bosses are super difficult to fight. It's one of those rare cases where the moves and stuff that you have from the beginning of the game is 100% of what you'll ever have.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of, alright, get good at this.
Yeah.
You're not going to gain anything new, just get really good with this.
Yeah. The fights have rounds, basically. So like every time you take out one of their health bars, you gain a health bar back.
Yeah.
Every time they take out one of yours, they gain a health bar back. So like you can kind of cheese it like that. There's a long conversation that you have with the guy who broke you out, the bunny guy. And so you get a little bit more of the lore and the story. And like he's always talking about like he's doing it for her, he's doing it for the girl, stuff like that. So you never saw the ending because I wasn't
No.
good enough to beat it.
Yeah, we're never
on
finishing
camera.
that.
No, I'm bad at it. But I love this game. But
How does it end?
so eventually you get to the final boss. And
Is it the bunny?
no.
What?
Well, you get to the last guard, I should say. The last.
The Last Guardian. You fight that big cat bird.
It's a teenage girl.
Oh.
She's like kind of puts her foot down and says like, "You're not getting past me. I can't let you out." And she like runs off, and it's a huge arena. And, like, bombs start going off and, like, turrets are firing at you and stuff. Basically, you just have to avoid the gunfire and take her out and, like, chase her down. So, and she only has, like, 2 health bars. And, like, you attack her because she's just kind of an unarmed teen girl.
Yeah.
And you attack her and you just kick her ass.
Okay.
And it's kind of like Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
Like, you stab her.
She's
and-
the Pope.
Yeah. And it's awful. Like, there's just a cutscene, like, as soon as you attack her. And she's bleeding and begging for her life. She says, "Please don't do this. Don't be what they say you are." And you kill her. And then you walk outside. Like, you don't have a choice in the matter. You kill her.
Yeah.
Then you walk outside, and you're outside in a field of grass, and all of the grass around you starts dying with your steps.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like, that's it. The credits start rolling.
Was the bunny real?
Yes.
Oh.
So after a while, like, I was staring at the screen, I was like, that can't be it. Please no. So if you wait up the credits for long enough, you can walk around and explore this outside world, and you find the bunny, and he's standing there, and like he kind of lifts up his hood, and you can see his face. He's just a man in a hat.
It's just a skull.
And he's holding a little girl. He's holding his daughter. He said, like, I'm sorry I made you do that. I needed to get out of there. I had to do it for her. So he's holding his daughter.
His living daughter.
Yes.
Okay.
He's alive.
Well, I didn't know if, like, the little girl you killed was his daughter.
No. He's just holding a little girl. That was just the final guard.
Alright.
It just made you feel bad. And then there's, like, a tower in the background. So I ran up to the tower. It was an elevator, and it takes you up to a ship.
Uh-huh.
So you were an alien.
Sure.
And there's, like, an AI there talking to you. And he says, like, all right, you've escaped. Do you want to proceed with the extermination of Earth? And you can say yes or no.
Wait, we were on Earth this whole time?
or the planet, or whatever
Okay.
it says. I forget if it says Earth. And you can say yes or no. So I chose no.
Uh-huh.
And then you get the real final boss fight.
What?
Because now you have to fight your ship.
Because the ship's like, bullshit!
Yeah. He's like, are you really going against...
Are the credits still rolling at this point?
No.
Okay.
The credits are over. It says, are you really going against the planet, the whatever races programming or whatever? And he says, yes, I won't hurt these people. So now it's the best boss fight in the entire game. It uses all the mechanics from all the other boss fights. Oh. It's amazing. It took me so long to beat, but I did it. And then it just shows the ship crashing to Earth in the background, and it shows like the rabbit guy holding his daughter, and that's the real end of the game.
Wonder what happens if you say yes.
I chose that ending. Well, no, I didn't. I watched that ending on YouTube, and it just shows like rockets and meteors and like hellfire raining onto the Earth, and it shows him holding his daughter again. He just goes like, "Oh no, you didn't," and that's the end. So the Earth is ruined.
Yeah.
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 But it's so good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, put that on there.
Okay. And I think that's it.
Before we get to number one,
Yeah.
I feel like we should mention a game that, by all rights, should have been on this list, but can't be. Street Fighter V.
Yes.
Man, what a disappointment.
That had it's Street Fighter V.
Yeah.
Like just saying that, like it should be a great game.
It should be. And like it's from what I can tell, like the core stuff to it is really good. Like it's really solid. Like the basics are really good. The characters are great. It's easy to pick up and play, but you hit a ceiling that is very hard to get through.
Mm-hmm.
And like I fell into a place where it's like I'll jump online and I'll play some matches, or I'll go into training, I'll play some matches. The problem is I was getting wrecked by everything.
Yeah.
And I was accumulating XP anyway.
Oh yeah?
So my level kept rising.
Oh god.
Despite me not learning much.
Yeah.
So it kept putting me against tougher opponents. And I just got into this never-ending cycle of like, I'm not getting very much better, but I keep being forced to fight tougher and tougher opponents.
Jesus. I didn't know about that. They botched the launch of that game so bad.
Oh yeah.
It launched without a story mode. They were going to release a new character every month. They botched that within like 2 months or something.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
And then they said, okay, we're going to have detailed training stuff for every single character. So I'm like, all right, great.
Yeah.
And it ended up being just essentially a video you watch.
Oh yeah.
And where it's like, oh, okay, here's Ryu. Here's the button you press to do a fireball, and here's a video of Ryu doing a fireball. And then it moves on to the next thing. It didn't stop and say, okay, now you do it. We needed it to stop and say, now you do it.
Watching somebody else do it does not help.
No, it has nothing. No. It's a game I really wanted to get better with. And
Yeah.
I stared
It was
at...
the perfect time to jump in.
Yeah, I stared at Moveless. I watched like YouTube tutorials, but it just wasn't sticking. And like the one way of learning that could have helped, they did not want to put in there.
No. All right. Enough of that. Enough about bad games.
Let's talk about the number one game of the year.
Is it gonna be? It's probably gonna be our number one.
So we're gonna talk about Overwatch
Let's
now.
talk about Overwatch.
This game, man. Happy birthday, Overwatch, by the way.
Oh yeah, this is right around the birthday.
It's somewhere in there. It's somewhere in the middle here. I think it was like the end of May or something. I don't know. Happy Overwatch Day.
I really wasn't expecting Overwatch. I don't think. Like when it came out,
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, Blizzard's making a first-person shooter. That's novel.
That's weird.
Yeah. And then I played it, and holy crap. It's like who thought this would be what it is, you know?
Especially since it's like the scraped together stuff from another game they didn't make.
Yeah, they were gonna make a MOBA. And they were like, nah, this is stupid. Who likes MOBAs?
Was it supposed to be a MOBA or was it another MMO?
Oh, maybe it was. I think
know.
Same thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. Hey, sure.
And I remember thinking, after it launched, I was like, I'll probably just play the dude with the hook or the girl with the butt. Because that was all I saw footage of. Because I was like, oh, that guy has a hook. That's pretty cool. She has a nice butt. That's pretty cool. And I play everyone. Every character is so different and awesome.
Mm-hmm. No matter who you are or what your playstyle is, there's somebody for you. Because every character plays differently.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever stuck with an online multiplayer game. It's got more positive reinforcement than I've ever seen in a game.
Yes.
The play of the game thing, the whole, you can upvote whatever teammate you want for, as far as I know, no reason.
Yeah.
And
it does not show a scoreboard at the end of the game. It only shows the best performers.
Yep.
It doesn't show kills and deaths and everything like that.
Kill streaks are worthless.
Mm-hmm.
You capture this point or you move this payload. That's it. Anything else you do is not helping.
Yeah.
And it's just so fun.
Yeah.
And the character designs, the voice things they give them.
They're constantly updating it.
We can give them shit for their whole loot box thing.
Mm-hmm. It's terrible.
It can be, yeah.
I will give them shit for that. It's really bad.
But at the same time, you buy this game for $60. You get every new character and map for free.
That's true.
Forever.
Mm-hmm.
Part of that's because, people are buying loot boxes from us. And that helps us not need to charge for other stuff.
The only reason it bothers me so much
yeah.
is because it's basically the same system in Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah.
And they just implemented the fact that you could re-roll a bad item using the in-game currency in Heroes of the Storm. And they got so many complaints for their anniversary of Overwatch. They were like, we just don't know what to do to fix it. And I was like, yes you do, you just did it. That's why it really annoys me.
You know what I think is funny? They said to people, look, don't worry, we're going to be putting some Hero of the Storm skins into Overwatch loot boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Officer Diva and Oni Genji are going to be coming to non-event loot boxes soon. And everybody's like, oh, awesome, cool. And then over the weekend, they added Summer Fun Tracer to Heroes of the Storm.
I feel like saying, what about that Bastion that was at a BlizzCon event? Because way less people had the opportunity to get that.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. It was a BlizzCon giveaway.
Nice.
So, 10,000 people in the world that have that. You can get Heroes of the Storm. And, I know some people just can't have a PC, but you can get it.
Yeah. I mean, I get the whole mentality because Overwatch is more powerful than Heroes of the Storm, and they own both games, and they would like more people to buy this other game too. So it makes sense to dangle the carrot on the stick,
Yeah.
Which is basically the whole loot box thing to begin with. It's just dangle the carrot on the stick to encourage people to play more so that they can level up more and get more loot boxes and get another random chance to get the thing, or build up over bucks to buy the thing.
Yeah.
But even beyond that, whether I'm playing by myself or on Skype with you guys, it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun. I've realized this is kind of what I want out of a shooter. I don't really want it to be realistic or bloody. I just want it to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a place for that, and this is better.
Yeah.
I'll bring up PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds probably next year.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
That game's fun. But the thing is, that's also fun.
Yeah.
It's dumb fun in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shooters need to be fun. That's the thing. They need to be fun. They don't need to be boring and grimy and dark.
Or hell, if you want to make them dark and bloody and hardcore, do it. But look at Doom.
Yes.
Again, their focus was let's make this fun.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So once more, to make it official, The number 10 game is Oxenfree. The number 9 game is Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls the Third.
Mm-hmm.
The number 8 game is Pokemon Sun or Moon. Whichever you prefer. It's Moon. The number 7 game is Super Hot. The number 6 game is Doom. Is it just called Doom, or is there like a...
Yeah, it's just called Doom.
There's no like thing under it or anything?
No.
Okay, so Doom. The number 5?
I think it's 5.
I didn't number these. The number 5 game is Fury, spelled with an I.
Mm-hmm.
The number 4 game is Firewatch. The number 3 game is Shantae the Half Genie Hero. The number 2 game is Inside. And the number 1 game of 2016. Give me a drum roll. Is Overwatch.
Who could have seen that coming?
Not me!
We just made 100 videos on it last year.
Yeah.
And this year, and more to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so that
I'm happy with that list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should. I'm looking forward to doing this next year because we're actually playing things.
I know. Yeah, this year is nuts.
I've been making my list.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I should get started.
Let's see. What do I have on it right now? Let's see.
Is it just Breath of the Wild written 50 times?
Games of 2017. You won't like that one. Alright.
No, give me a preview.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
I played a year?
Yep.
Probably like 2 years because of so many games this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Oh,
Alright,
man.
well, that's our list.
Yeah, the best games of 2017 is definitely not coming out until like mid-2018 at the earliest. Yeah, 2017's been a good year for games.
So far.
Yep.
Alright.
That's it.
That's it. Goodbye.
Bye.
It was too long.